Yay! We asked people what comes to mind when you hear sexual double standard.
There was a lot about body count.
A lot about body count.
What are your thoughts?
Lot. I think it's so unfair that a girl can't have her crazy time. You know, the fact that we have to label it crazy times back and forth is just a little insane. But like, can't have her fun and like creativity with sexuality. Like, what if you want to hook up with a girl? What if you want to hook up with another girl? Okay, now you're interested in guys, and you know what? Last weekend you hooked up with Joe, and the next weekend you're hooking up with Jim. I don't give a crap. But here's when it matters: is why is it that everyone's like, oh yeah, no, she hooked up with, you know, this guy and the other guy. But then if a guy hooks up with, you know, girl's girlfriend and then another girl, the next, nobody even blinks an eye. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, like guys,
especially in college.
Yeah, guys with body count, you know, you're known as like a player or like you're a playboy. Kind of has
you
like
can kind of get it,
and it has like a fun connotation turn to it. When a girl, when they have a high body count, it's a slut, you know? So I think slut shaming. And I think, yeah, it is a double standard, which everyone probably obviously has heard this double standard before, the body count. Someone also wrote in and said, I love the question. I swear men will have hundreds of head counts when it comes to sex. When I was in my early 20s, I was afraid that like my number would go up above 10. Then after a bad relationship, I would wait months while dating a guy to have sex. And once I did, it was not compatible. Finally, I started giving up on the idea and hooked up with the first few dates. It truly helped me not waste my time. As long as you're having safe, protected sex and getting tested after each partner, you're fine to sleep with as many people as you want. Fuck the standard.
As long as you're being smart, boom. Yeah. I love that. I love what she said or he said. I don't know who it was. And it's just like, why do we have to put the pressure on, especially women, to like not go have fun, not let loose? Like, why is that a thing? I don't really understand where it stems from. Obviously, it's like, you know, hundreds of years of us being not in the equal eye of men versus women. But why is it that like guys are cool or they can like get girls if they've like hooked up with a bunch of people? Like, I feel like if this is like talking college more so, because that's when you're like more so dating around and everyone's dating people, you know, if a guy dated a bunch of girls, you knew it wasn't that big of a deal. But oh my God, if the girl is the ex-boyfriend of somebody, oh no, we'd never talk to her. Like,
you want to know why I think guys are afraid of girls' body counts?
Why?
Is because I think there's a phobia towards women being sexually expressive, and I think it comes down to men feeling threatened.
Interesting.
Because we have what they want and they want the control. If you act a certain way, you know, they're like, oh, you're a slut. What hurts even more is when like women then fall under this and call other women sluts, because honestly, that's just validating what the men want anyways. Yeah. So it's just not, and I'm not like a man hater. I'm not saying a man hater,
no,
but
none
I'm
of us
pro
are.
Man, pro woman. I just think that it's because guys feel threatened. Like if we can control our sexual acts, and then we're the ones in control.
Feeling sexually powerful. Yeah. Interesting. I hadn't thought of it like that, but I can see how that could be the case.
So women, stick together.
Stick together, sisters. Body count does not matter. Let me just tell you that. Body count does not matter. If you're having safe sex, that's okay. If you need to experiment, that is okay. Yeah. Guy, girl, we don't care.
We'll get into guy-girl stuff too, I think.
Exactly. We will.
The other double standards people wrote in were sexual acts given but not reciprocated. That was coming from a lot of females about men. So like, I'm thinking oral sex when I read that. So like, you're expected to give a blowjob, and yet they don't think they have to please you.
Like, it doesn't have to be equal. Like you could give them like sexual pleasure orally and then like have sex and then it's it. That's it. And you didn't even like you didn't orgasm or anything. It was just like kind of for their pleasing.
They're prioritizing their needs. Yeah.
That's a neck. Oh, I hate that one.
Some other ones, do you have any on there?
Making the first move, like how the guy has to make the first move versus the girl. We've talked about this one a few times actually, how like we're pushing girls like, make the first move, say something.
I love making the first move.
Also,
I think it's so fun.
If this is the, you know, standard that we have right now, be different. Yeah. Make the first move. That's makes you stand out. It's badass.
This one was interesting. So a double standard someone wrote in was, what's considered cheating? So a girl hooking up with a girl is not considered cheating. But if a guy hooks up with a guy when in a relationship, it's considered cheating.
I thought this one was extremely interesting because I have known people who have like gone to the bar and like, you know, made out with a girl or whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah. We like fooled around or whatever. And they have a boyfriend. And you're like, oh, didn't you cheat then? Didn't you cheat? Well, no, I don't like girls. I'm like,
gotta set the boundaries.
What? How does that have any, like, that doesn't have anything correlation. Like, you still cheated. Like, think about if a guy went and hooked up with a guy and he came back to you. He's like, yeah, we like kind of fooled around last night. You'd be like, excuse me. Same thing if a girl.
But that's the thing. I'm like, if I did that, I don't know if I would consider it cheating. But if a guy did it, I probably would, which is why it's a double standard.
No, I agree. I'm trying to think of what, it's sad, but I'm literally thinking like, if I made out with a girl, I don't think it's cheating.
Yeah. I mean, did you tell Jordan about us?
Yeah, I literally looked at you and I go, oh my God, what did we do? Did we get too drunk? I was like, wait, what? Did we? I'm like, oh God.
You'll never know.
That one I have to admit, like, I think I get caught in that one a little bit too, of like, oh, maybe that isn't, you know what I mean? It's not the same thing, but really it is. It 100% is. And I'm just admitting to that we all have these preconceived notions that have like been baked into our culture for a really long time.